Hello guys, welcome to EM Sports. Welcome to another review. Welcome to another video where we are going to talk matters Chelsea. Chelsea has turned out to be a PRFC, yeah, serving us carrots. There's one YouTuber who always says carrots, serving us carrots, PRFC. However, remember today before the Manchester United game, we are going to have a protest in London, and we are going to have Strasbourg fans flying over from France to London to join their Chelsea counterparts or Chelsea fans also protesting of these owners. We want these owners gone. We don't want to hear anything that they are changing the model, doing what, because they have turned Chelsea into a very PR center or a center whereby we just doing things for money purposes. They have siphoned everything, the hearts out of the Chelsea. We no longer even, like today we are playing Manchester United. But you can see our moods. We are not like excited we are going to play Manchester United. Because what we are going to get is garbage, it is just rubbish. Rubbish everywhere. And we start from the top. And we want these people to be held accountable. The fans. So remember, we will be live on EM Sports, bringing you that match, and then we will start a bit, the live stream will start a bit earlier so that we update you on everything that will be happening in London. So remember to stay tuned, to subscribe. But this is what I wanted to go through. The Chelsea owner, Eghbali of the Clear Lake side, which they own the majority stake in Chelsea. They own 61% of Chelsea. So he came out and speaking, and I will read the statement from Eghbali, where he was saying, our policy has been no in-season head coach changes, said Eghbali. Of course, he responded. Chelsea fans, trust funds, written a letter to the owners explaining and demanding certain things. They were demanding direction, that the club gives them direction, give them that clear what are they doing, because the Chelsea fans feel that the owners have neglected them. They are running the club on their own. So the Chelsea fan written a letter to them for explanation. So Eghbali came out. I think the heat is getting to them. Online people are mad. Online everyone is calling for Bluco out. Even at EM Sports, on behalf of Chelsea, we are calling for these people out. We want them to sell the club and get lost, because they are doing even more harm. These guys can't even get profit for even selling this club the way they are moving, and it is a problem that they have inflicted on themselves. They took over a club that was world champions, that was Club World Cup Champions League winners. They took on that club, and they just started changing everything. How can you change a Mercedes for a Pro Box, and then you expect that you remain relevant to the people who maybe are big cast high end? So this was the statement in response to Eghbali. What Eghbali was saying is that our policy has been no in-season head coach changes. Yeah. So he meant that their policy, they don't want to change the head coach. Remember, Enzo Maresca was sacked halfway the season, January 1st. But the report coming on out is that Maresca walked. It's not that he was sacked. He walked because of the disagreement between the club. Remember, the stories started coming up that the medical team, he was being advised that play these players, don't play these players, play, rotate. And we started just seeing some funny substitution from Enzo Maresca. We started seeing just some funny body language. So, but Eghbali says that Maresca wanted to go. So that's why maybe they decided to make a change. For me, I think this is just PR. They are just running away from reality. They are not telling us the truth. The truth is Maresca requested for a centre-back after Levi Colwill was injured. But he was told no. Work with the young players that are there. And you know, all the centre-backs we have, most of them are rubbish. Most of them are below average. So, Eghbali continued, you certainly review and hold not only the manager, but the management team, the sporting team accountable, but typically in the summer, not in seasons. That the Chelsea have planned reviews at the end of the season, not in seasons. He goes on to say, it's not a change we wanted to make, the Enzo Maresca leaving. It's a change that had a bit of negativity impact in the season. When you are changing systems, personnel, it's one we have got to fight our way out of it. Okay, he was very honest. Enzo Maresca departure, of course, I was not the biggest fan of Enzo Maresca, yeah, but I think going from Enzo Maresca to Liam Rosinia, that was just madness. We have changed managers before. mid-season, and we have gone on, in fact, to win things. We changed manager in between the season, 2012. We gave the team to Roberto Di Matteo. We won the Champions League. In 2021, we changed the manager. Frank Lampard was sacked. We gave the team to Thomas Tuchel. We won the Champions League. So it is not an excuse. Okay, you can use it, but moving from Enzo Maresca to Liam Rosinia, that is where the problem is. Even if the problem is not changing the manager mid-season, the problem is changing from Enzo Maresca to Liam Rosinia. Liam Rosinia has never even played a professional football. Even if he has played, I don't remember even hearing his name. I started hearing when he was at Derby or something. So he goes on and he say, we still have 6 matches in the Premier League and an FA Cup semi-final coming up. So hopefully the story of the season hasn't been written yet, and you have got a lot to fight for. In my perspective, when you get punched in the face, you have got to fight back. You have got to stand up and fight, and it's going to be hopefully show a lot about the character of this squad. We don't have any character of this squad. This guy is just lying to our face. This guy thinks that we are babies. We are not babies. We have supported Chelsea for so long. This guy is just lying into our faces. Which character is that in the Chelsea squad? Can you compare this character of the Frank Lampard, Didier Drogba, John Terry, Peter Cech, Makelele, Michels, and whatever? We used to sack managers, but these guys continue to perform. But who is performing at Chelsea? So this is another carrot, another PR to our faces. So Eghbali, he goes on and say, I think the perspective is stability, and frankly getting that stability on the manager side is one of the things we haven't done right yet, and it's something we are striving to improve on. You are improving on bringing puppets into the club, bringing yes men. That one cannot hold, and the Chelsea fans will keep on piling pressure on these guys, and that is what we are asking to each and every Chelsea fan out there, either online, either where. Let's just pile pressure on these guys. This is just jokes. We moved from Tuchel, we went to Potter. That was just low appointments. And then we went from Tuchel, Potter, then we went for Frank Lampard again for interim. That was irrelevant, just to finish off the season. We went for Pochettino. We thought that, okay, maybe we are starting to think. After Pochettino, we went for Enzo Maresca, who was supposed not even to come in to start with. After Enzo Maresca, he tried to do his best. He won the Club World Cup, and we thought, okay, these guys have learned something. From there, maybe let us now grow as a team. Then we went back to Liam Rosinia, and then you are telling us you are still striving. Then after Liam Rosinia, we go to this guy in Strasbourg again. Okay, Eghbali continued and said, on Liam Rosinia, we had the opportunity to work with him daily for 18 plus months, so we knew what we are getting. But I get lost, man. What we were getting from Liam Rosinia is only goggles or glasses. There's nothing. That guy looks dead, walking dead. He doesn't have any tactical idea on the touchline. And then we think he has every attribute to be successful here. We think. That is another statement. We think. It's not that you are so sure with what you are doing. Rosinia, I tell you, my guy, you are just leaving Chelsea very soon. The way things are, especially if you lose today, things will be getting hot on your side, and these guys will sacrifice you, of course. So we think he continued, and he said he got off to a great start. We have had a tough past 5-6 matches, but I think we are behind Liam. I think he's using, I think he will be sacrificing this guy. Liam, of course, it's a results business, but we think he can be successful long term. The thing here is we think. They have doubts all over. It's because of the pressure from the fans. Fans keep on. We are winning online. And these guys need to go. Then Eghbali also addressed issues to do with the transfer policy they have implemented. The view was to recruit and build elite players that can frankly be together and have that stability in the squad. We are still in the 40th, 50th minute of that process. So you mean we have exhausted all the money to buy players, and you are saying we are halfway to build the team? This is a team that you have been here for 4 years, brother. 4 years, and you are saying you are still halfway building the team. You want to build the team up to 2030, so that you win now 2031 or 2032. These guys need to sell the club and leave. You don't know what you are doing, you guys. But the view is to keep, sign and retain and compensate and extend some of the world's best players. And ultimately, the view was you need 8, 10, 12, 15 elite players to win and win sustainably year after year. That's true. You need 12, you need elite players like 15, and then maybe you can now start chopping in those young players into the 15 squad. Yeah, that's true. But it has been 4 years. 4 years doing nothing. 4 years telling us you are still trying to buy who and who. And right now we are a sell and buy club. We need to sell to buy. So where are these players coming from and who? These guys, Banner, they are just playing with our intelligence. They just need to sell. And then I continue with his statement saying, I think we have done a few things right, a lot of things right. We have got to do better on a few things to add more ready-made players at this part of the project, to take it to the next level, to be consistent over time. That is just PR. And then for the fans, he said, for the fans we care. We want the club to be successful. We are focused on delivering that on-pitch performance. I think 6 months ago, everyone was super happy. We are not super happy. We were just happy because we won the Club World Cup, but not super happy. That is his own terms, putting words in our mouth. We are not super happy because we are used to winning. Happy. Results have been mixed, disappointing more recently. There is a full reflection on what we can do better, what we can improve on. There is a plan. We reflect on the plan. We try to improve the plan and tweak the plan. If it's not working, the message is we are committed. Where have these statements have been? And these are just statements coming out because the Chelsea fans are putting pressure and they are planning for protest. This is just the first protest, but there will be many protests coming up. And then he says, can this be successful without winning? The answer is no. Of course no. If you don't win matches, you don't win trophies. How will you be successful in English football? You can't. Ask Man City. Man City are winning trophies, winning titles. That's why they are successful and even making more money. You can't make more money where you are not winning. We have got to win. And it doesn't mean you are going to win every game. It doesn't mean you don't make mistakes, that you don't have downturns. But ultimately, the objective, and especially the objective that a club like Chelsea is, you have got to win. You have got to win trophies and you have got to win consistently again. We were fortunate enough to do so last year. We have had a bit of an up and down year this year, but the objective hasn't changed to the Chelsea fans. I think I just wanted to address that. I feel like these guys are just taking us for a ride. And they are just taking us like being just puppets the way they have a manager. One thing to fix this club is we need to get a rightful manager. We need to get an elite manager. That's one. If they mean what they are saying in this statement, if there is not a PR, Rosine should be sacked like yesterday because he's not up to the standards of Chelsea. Let him go back to Strasbourg if you want to go there. We need to get in an elite manager. We need to sign at least 3-4 players, elite players. That is from centre back, midfield, we need a player, and then we need a winger. For strikers, I think Nicholas Jackson, João Pedro, and Liam Delap. Those players, if they get an elite manager, we have the strikers. It's not that we don't have players. But now, if we have a mediocre manager, the way the mediocre manager who is there doing nothing, that manager cannot convince anything. Even cannot convince Enzo Fernandez doing anything because he doesn't know how to win. That is, it's just as simple as that. You don't know how to win. How will you convince me to win something you don't know how it is done? So that was my thoughts on Chelsea. I think Eghbali is taking us for a ride. And PR, remember to tune in. Remember to call out these owners, these clowns. We are calling them and we are saying that Gluco out, sell the club and disappear. Go and invest in other things. You can invest in real estate. You can invest in a lot of things because you are venture capitalists. Please leave our club. Sell the club and leave. Gluco out. Until we meet again, thank you.